Hey everybody, I'm Mike,
And I'm Tim.
and this is the Board Game Rundown, and we are live from our basements because we cover games from top to bottom. 'Tis the season to cover games.
Yeah, it is. Let's go. Let's go. We got Nix,
Welcome
we got
everybody.
Wayne, we got Jazz, we got Bobby, probably from his loud ass workstation.
Probably from his loud ass workstation.
Trevor's here.
And he's waiting for Tim's hipster pick that's only available from the Malaysian Prime Minister,
Right.
as Nix was saying.
How does Chris wants to know how our countdown start right at 10? Mine always takes a few seconds to kick in when I hit live. Oh, we gotta Mike, you tell him. I think he's talking about our lead in, right? To the show.
Oh, I got you, Chris. Yeah, so the trick is you start your timer first, and then you hit live so that it's already going when it starts. Otherwise, you'll see you, then the timer, then it goes back to you. Tip of the pros.
Look at that. I still have my magic powers. If anybody watched the full 42 on Monday, and you didn't, you should. But we discovered that I have magical abilities, which then create fun things that happen on my screen. Mike, can you do it on our channel? You gotta hold it. Hold it. Let's see.
My screen has never done it. I really think it's your iPhone.
That's so weird. That is so weird.
It really is weird.
Cool guy.
We will we'll say hi to everybody else that's in here. Bob says I didn't even get the intro right. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Listen, man, he hate us because he ain't us. He's mad at he's a word, and he's not here with us. I will say the last 2 weeks have been awesome. No, Chris, I have not found any new hand gestures yet. But the last 2 weeks of shows were awesome for us. We had our Friendsgiving. We got to then have sort of our 1-year celebration, which was just amazing, and just we're so stupid lucky that we get to do that. And then just on Monday, then we got invited to go be on the full 42, which was like a huge inspiration for us, and just some great guys anyways in the industry. I can't wait to actually meet Chris in person. We've talked a lot, virtually and everything, but yeah, it'll be a good time. I have a feeling like Chris and I could just sit somewhere and talk in Trek and Star Wars and alienate everyone around us for ages. And it'd be a good time. Oh yeah. Well, or Chris, I guess, is apparently just AI maybe, but
apparently true. That's why we never see him in person. That makes sense.
I've never seen Chris and that hologram of Tupac that performs at concerts in the same place. They could be the same person.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there you go.
So David's trying to encourage me here. I just need a booster seat.
Hey, that's my line.
There you go. There you go. We are covering our top 100 games.
Yeah, and we are.
A lot of you that watch the show regularly, which is, basically everybody in the chat right now, as you know, we like to get off topic and we'll go on tangents. Sometimes we won't even start our topic till we're 20 or 30 minutes in.
Mike Giuliano and I one time waited until at least midnight to start the topic.
Yeah. But with a topic like this, we bring in a lot of new viewers to the show that just want to see our top 100 games. So within 10 minutes of this video going live, we promise to get right into our top 100 games. And then the goofing off will happen, during the list, per usual.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys will derail us a couple times, but we want to get right into our favorite games, and then we'll goof off when we're done.
Yeah, well, the thing is like when we do lists like this, sometimes people get a little persnickety about it, the list. Oh, I don't want to watch a top 10 list that is 4 hours long and you guys didn't get into it, in the first 45 minutes. And so
that's true. We do get those comments sometimes. So,
but you know what?
It's in an attempt to appease people that are new to the channel, we're going to do just that. We're going to jump right into our list, but also keep in mind, so this is now the third segment of top all-time games that our channel has done, Tim. So you guys did a top 30 like 3 years ago before I got on the show.
Yeah, we did a top 30. I don't even remember. Well, I probably remember what my top 5 games were out of that list. But then, we then decided, because we thought 30 might be a lot. And then we gone to 50. And now we're doing 50 in studio with like the full panel of hosts. Because Dan and Bob will have their 50 as well. But then Mike and I are like, well, we could just do like the top 50 that didn't make the top 50, right? And actually, we're not even going to start at 100. We're going to start at 101 because, Mike?
Yes. So yeah, it's going to be split up. You're going to get our 101 to 51 here on our live stream. And you're going to get our edited studio top 50. So our best actual all-time favorite games will be edited and have, color correction and B-roll and all that fun stuff. The reason that we're doing 101 is because today's whiskey choice is Maker's Mark 101, baby. So that's why we decided to throw one extra game into this list.
Well, it's funny, Mike, is I realize that I am drinking Kirkland's Finest small batch bourbon tonight, and it's 103 proof. Not to like outdo you.
Hold on, let me go get a 114.
There we go. Let's do it. Let's just keep making it worse.
Oh, we're doing 25 games tonight? Got it.
Let me get my Everclear. We'll go to 190.
So, yeah, that means this will be the only segment of our top 100 where you actually get 11 games.
You get a bonus game. You get a bonus game.
And yes, David, that does mean that you're going to get all 10. Then we're going to goof off. So, you'll still get our normal banner and all that fun stuff as we go.
All right.
So, wow, Tim, we're 8.5 minutes into this thing, and I think we're ready to start.
Oh, wait, one more shout out. Beans and Dice podcast. Everybody should check it out. They did not ask me to do that. I have been going back. One of our friends in the chat over here is a part of that show. And I actually pestered him to find out what his show was, and so that we could talk about it. Don't tell anybody. But I've been going back and watching. You can listen to it on audio or you can watch them on YouTube. And I've been enjoying it quite a bit. So yeah, everybody should like and subscribe. Check it out.
Yeah, especially because his audio quality is way better than ours.
Holy crap. Yeah.
How much did he pay for his mic?
I don't know. I didn't pay anything for my mic. That guy over there.
Me either.
Oh. That guy over there. Chris is trying to get us off the rails. Yeah, I watched New Indiana Jones. I saw it in the theater. I'm not a chump. I picked Indy on the Christmas tree lightning round questions. Hey, look at that, David. So,
hey, nice. Oh shoot. So this is fun. I don't so you know how we have those fun little stingers in between our numbers? We don't have anything that goes higher than 10.
Yeah.
So I don't, so
that's all right.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We got other surprises. To live up to our commitment of getting into it in 10 minutes, we're now at 10 minutes and 5 seconds. So that means
now it is. Yeah, let's go.
That means we're going to jump right into our top 101 games, guys, starting with Tim's 101.
Yeah, it's a game called Dalmatians. Just kidding. No, this is the first Emerson Matsuuchi game that I ever played, but played it before I even knew that he, was a designer that I was going to end up liking a lot of his games. This was also the first hidden movement game I played. This game's really cool. Really enjoy it. It is. Who makes it? Is it Gray Fox? No, Renegade. Who makes Spectre Ops?
Oh yeah, I'll look it up for you. Great
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, Spectre Ops is 1v many. Now, it's 10 years old at this point, but it's still a great game. I think it's really cool.
2015, close.
Okay, yeah,
Getting there.
the style of it is really neat. I like the art design. This introduced me into a lot of mechanics. Plaid hat just got me into a
Hard
lot of
hat.
mechanics that I was going to get into, and just really quickly became like a thing that I love in board games. So Spectre Ops is my number 101. I think it's really good. I will play this almost at any player count. I don't know. That might not be everybody's jam, but I don't mind playing multiple characters. You just can't have the trader mechanic thing in there. And yeah, Reed, you need to fix that, buddy.
So I got to play Spectre Ops once a long time ago when it was relatively new, and I really enjoyed it. And I dare to say that to this day, it's still my favorite hidden movement game. Now, I need to play it again to say that for sure, because back when I played it, it was the only one I had ever played.
Oh, sure.
So I need to go back and see how well that statement has aged. I know you guys like him a lot. It's not one of my favorite mechanics, so I guess I'm the standout.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just depends. Sometimes it's the group, is the right, is the right way to go. Like if you got a good group, there's hidden movement games that I don't love that the group loves, and so it's just gonna be a thing. When they work, they really work for me, and when they don't work, I'm really like, okay, I guess. But yeah, Spectre Ops pretty straightforward, really good. Enjoy it.
I just like how everybody has what seems to be fun powers to use.
Yeah,
and depending on the character you use, you get totally different powers.
well,
So it just feels different.
And the thing I really, really like about it is you don't even know who you're chasing until you see them for the first time. You know what I mean? Because there's like a couple of different characters that they could pick, and I think that's really cool. Yeah, David, Whitehall Mystery is really good. I really enjoy it. I'd like to get a copy of that for myself. I've only played Dan's copy like a couple times, but I think it's an awesome game.
I still really want to try Whitehall Mystery. I want to try that, and I still want to try the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I
haven't gotten.
That's not a hidden movement. That's not hidden movement.
Oh, I thought it was. It's just 1v-many co-op.
Not Chainsaw.
Oh,
Halloween.
Okay. Yeah, and that one was okay. That's how I've been about most hidden movement games. Like, it's okay.
Halloween, also designed by Emerson Matsuuchi.
Correct. He came full circle.
And you know what? Sadly, you'll not hear me talk about Halloween on the live show. But if you want to hear me talk about it, you'll just have to watch the studio
show.
Wow. Yeah, dude.
You guys love those movement games. And they just, I don't know. I got to find one that really wows me, knocks my socks off.
Justin, yeah, it is easy unless you crank up the difficulty. Add the objectives and add the slaughterhouse mode. It makes it a lot harder and super fun. Has Couch Mike ever been a standout? I think he's more of a sit down.
You might get a resurrection of Couch Mike here as we go into the winter months.
You couldn't do it tonight. You would have fallen asleep.
Oh, you're right about that. Cheers to Tim's number 101, since I have not taken a sip yet.
Yeah.
Well, James, you got to understand, Tim started his 5 minutes ago, so that's way quicker than normal. We're just still talking about it.
Yeah, it's that good. It's that good. It's my 101.
All right, so Chris said he's giving points to whoever comes up with the best game, and he obviously didn't like your choice. So,
no points.
Go to my number 101.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of bag building games. I love bag building games. This was not the first one I played, but it was one of my first favorites that I played. Also from Reiner Stockhausen, but I prefer Altiplano to Orleans. And I like Altiplano because I really like how you have to plan out your actions, and the game gives you an excellent way to call out your chips. So basically, this game is set in South America. I want to say it's like
Peru.
the peaks, yeah, the peaks of Peru. And here you are moving your character between these peaks in the mountains. And so on your player board, you have to like plan out. You get movement with your player board, which is what I'm trying to find.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got like this cart that you can push. Here you go. Nope, that's the wrong player board. That's the warehouse. So you're basically collecting chips that are going to go into your bag, and the better chips give you better. Oh, nice. Yes. Top
Hold
10
on.
game for
I
Chris. Love it.
I think you should get a negative point for having it ranked so low if Chris loves this game so much.
You know
I feel
what?
like
I was
that's the
actually
it should be
this
even
one
worse.
fell for me. I was going to point out last year when we did this was number 42 for me. Um
Okay.
and I think it only fell because it's a bit long, and I now absolutely prefer Wonderland's War over any bag builder ever. It's one of my all-time favorite games now.
That's
So
funny
I
because
think
I prefer any bag builder ever over Wonderland's War. It's
but yeah, I
just
just like how you're programming your actions. You're moving between these different islands. The islands give you different abilities. You're trading your basic starter goods in for these better goods. And of course, the better goods give you better actions. But as you're going, you also have this warehouse that I showed where you can actually just put your chips into there. And now the starter chips are out of your bag, so you can pull the better ones, but they're also going to score you points at the end of the game, depending how much you can fill this warehouse. Altiplano is really good. 101 is a bit low. I do like this one quite a bit. No, Dave, I don't. This is one I'm probably just going to coin capsule uh, because I don't play it as much as I used to, and I think that's why it fell a little bit. But it's funny. Tim and I were talking about we played so many games now. We're like, wow, 101, that seems so low, but relatively, this is actually really high. Of all the games I've ever played, this is pretty high. But yeah, Reiner Stockhausen's other bag building game, Altiplano, I prefer this to Orleans. I think the programmed movement in this, the programmed actions, and the way you can get those starter chips out of your bag, I think gives this game more depth and replayability than Orleans does. So I like
so
this one better.
so Dave, an alternative thing to if you're asking why coin
Ooh,
capsule.
yes,
So we get like the
sir.
little coin capsules for like coin collectors. I've done it with a couple of my games, and you just get
Quacks.
the right size. I still need to buy the set for quacks so that I can capsule my
So
quacks.
there you go.
Um,
You can get them on Amazon or, really wherever. I think I got mine on eBay. There's
mhm.
even, I will show you. I have this saved in a geek list. This is great information, guys. You can take me later for this. If you go to, there is a geek list here. This geek list will tell you exactly the size of coin capsule that you need for the tokens of the game that you've picked. Here's that geek list. I did coin capsules for my first edition Wonderlands War, and I did it for Quacks. I have not done Altiplano because I don't get it to the table as much as I want. But yeah, eventually I'll just do it.
I
It
did.
saves you a little bit of money, but it is time consuming. Taking them
Yeah, you gotta.
apart, putting them in,
Yeah, it's like
doing a whole
sleeving.
game takes you a couple hours.
I actually coin capsuled my entire Australia game. Uh,
Oh wow.
yeah, but
Yeah,
it.
I've thought about doing it just for like the wingspan resources. Like you're not
Oh,
fumbling
sure.
them around, but it would just make them look more high quality. So
Hmm.
there you go. My 101, one of my first favorite bag building games. And again, here you go. I gave it an 8. I got 5 plays of it there. I think this game is great. I just wish I got to play it more.
I've never
So
played it,
Altiplano
but
is 101, Rainer Stockhausen's other deck building game.
you say Altiplano,
Altiplano?
I would have said
Altiplano?
Altiplano, but I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't
I don't
know.
either. I'm probably saying it wrong because it is based on it's set in South America, so I'm
Yeah,
probably
we're
saying
probably all wrong. Um,
it.
but
It's a Altiplano. Um, all right, that's my 101.
just because Andrew joined in late, I'll tell him real quick. My 101 was Spectre Ops, and that's the only other one you've missed. Spectre Ops and Plano.
Plano, Plano.
Potato.
All right, now we're into our actual top 100.
Oh yeah. This game's awesome. I feel bad that it's not higher, but again, I really am gonna feel that way about like every game that we do that's not in the top 50, but is in the top 100. This is, I believe, Bruno Cathala. This game is probably 2014, 2013. It's got a Mancala sort of thing. It's Days of Wonder, I believe. There was a first edition, then they had to reprint it because first edition had slaves, and then they changed it to fakirs. I don't care. The cards are cards. They do what they need to do, and that is Five Tribes, man. Five Tribes is really cool. I really like this game. It's super neat. How many things did I get wrong when I was trying to spout out all this stuff about the game? It's Bruno, right? Bruno did it.
Yeah, it is Bruno. It is not a
2014.
Mancala, I guess.
No, you're picking up and then you're dropping as you go.
Yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. I've heard other people say that. Let's see what the geek says.
I'm the geek. I'm a geek. Have you met
Mancala.
me?
All right, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. It's right there.
Oh, you'll allow it. Thank you so much. You're so gracious. It's literally like one of the first mechanics listed. But this game has a lot of really cool things that you do. Because depending on the little characters you collect, whether they're viziers or they do different things, sultans, I don't remember what they all do, depending on the color of the guy. Then you can spend them to do different things. There's also some set collection with the market. And then there's the genies that you can get, which then you will give you different abilities that you can use. And then you're also putting your own little buildings on the board if you can like clear a tile. So there's just lots of really cool things to do with this. I enjoy this game quite a bit. It can get a little thinky and brain burny, especially the further in you get as you're trying to not just find an optimal move, but like any move. So I think this game's really good. I'm glad that it seems like it still gets a lot of love. I would love to see this game kind of stay around, and get a reprint and do it because I think it's really good. I just enjoy it. Oh. I've always liked it.
It'll get a reprint. This is a classic. This is on a lot of people's top lists. I like this game, but it has been so long since I have played this game that I kind of forget to rank it, or I just actually that's what's fun about this. Let's go to where is it? Isn't it? There we go. Log to plays. Why can't I find it? I know it's in there. I don't want to log a play. I just want to look at my log plays. There it is. 2015 is the last time I played this game. So, and yeah, I've got 6 plays of it. It is really good. I just kind of like forget to rank it. It's a great game. The only thing I don't like is that so much changes between turns. It is impossible to plan for your turn.
It is.
And
I love
this makes AP players just absolutely. It's one of the worst AP games. There is so much to consider on your turn that you kind of just need to get an idea of what you want to do and then just roll with that. Because you may go, oh, cool, I'm going to move this red, yellow, and blue. And then 3 people make their turn and none of those, somebody else moves that. And now you got to find another red, yellow, and blue. And it's a lot to consider on your turn because so much changes.
It is, but I just really like this game. I don't care.
I really like the bidding for turn structure.
Oh, that's fun too.
2-player game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game. Good choice. The 2-player game, the bidding is more interesting because you have 2 action tokens to bid with. You can go twice in a row in a 2-player game.
And this is like exactly, Jason. There's just people I will not play this game with. Now I get it if you want to take like a minute, like okay, I'm looking. But if I've got time to go and like get a beverage or use the restroom and come back and you still haven't pulled the trigger on your turn, like no, move on. We gotta go.
Chris, it's more about how recently I've played it because my top 100 is like a revolving personal hotness list. It's like, what do I want to play right now? And I haven't thought of playing this game in I don't know how long. Is it a great game? Absolutely. But it's just hard. I don't have it. I don't own it. I don't know but anybody that's asking me to play it. So there's just other stuff I'm more familiar with that I don't have to almost reread the whole rule book to get back into. And so
right
yes,
behind.
recency definitely affects my rankings.
It can a little, but like when I did my Pub Meeple list, I literally was just like perfect circumstances. Out of these 2 games, which one do I want to play? Perfect situation, perfect player count, no pressure on time. Which one do I want to play between these 2? And that's how I did the whole thing. So once you start seeing like our studio top 50, I would say there's a pretty good mix of new and old games, even in the 50 through 41. And I
you
think
start
that
getting into
because I'm looking right now at my 40 through 31, and there's a lot of old games on there. So, there's a few games that are newer that have cracked into the top 100, and we'll hit some of them tonight because I don't want to say recency bias, but definitely like, oh yeah, I want to play that. But
yeah, it definitely there is just a factor on how recently I've played it and how easily I can get it back to the table compared to how much refresh on the rules I have to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And I got
only have one of the expansions, Joel. I don't remember which one, but I've got one of the expansions.
I got some in here that I haven't played in a long time. I just know these games are just wonderful, so it doesn't matter. Okay, my number 100 is actually new to me this year. Bob and Tim, and really everybody has been talking up this game for a long time, but especially since we've been doing these streams, I've heard Tim talk about playing this game virtually with Bob. I don't know how long. So I finally borrowed Cartographers from Bob and got this game to the table. And this game is great. This is a roll and write game from Thunderworks Games, one of my favorite publishers, because I love the role player universe. And here you've got a roll and write polyomino game set in the role player universe. You're basically just going to flip a card. It's going to tell you what shape you need to draw on your board, and all of those shapes score in very different ways. And yeah, some people bring colored pencils and color up their boards. And do all these fun things with it. But I like roll and writes. I like polyominoes. I like the role player universe. This game plays in like 30 minutes.
It's sweet. Oh, it's
yeah,
so sweet.
I enjoy Cartographers a lot. I've shown this to some new people after I borrowed it from Bob, and man, everybody I showed it to really enjoyed this. I need to get a copy of this because I love small box games because they're just usually very easy to table and portable. And I think what I'm going to do is get one of the standalone expansions like Heroes or something like that. This game has a ton of standalone content. You've got Heroes Collector's Edition. I thought there was a Monsters specific one.
You talking about role player?
No, Cartographers.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
New discoveries. I mean, look at them. There's so many.
David, I'm gonna have to look into these Cartographer stamps. That sounds awesome.
Really? But yeah, it is fun to get creative, Andrew. I like how this game actually throws some player interaction in there with the monster tiles. And the
I
monster
get
tiles
creative
are
with the monster
always
tiles.
they're
Yeah.
always a negative scoring. And what you do is you hand your sheet to someone else and they draw the monster. So they have full control over where that monster is going to be drawn. And therefore, they're going to put it in the absolute worst spot possible. And you have to adapt, baby. You got to adapt and overcome. Cartographers, my number 100.
Boy, that camera shift was freaking me out, man. Are you
Wait,
ready for
what?
99?
What camera shift?
When you changed over, it was like it. I don't know. It looked like it on my screen, but we're good
Like,
now. Now, oh, see, it flickered, but it didn't do what it did last time.
oh, okay.
All right. My number 99 is another small box game. I got a couple small box games and then a couple big box games on here. That's funny you say that. But this game blew me away when I finally played it. I kind of wish I backed it on Kickstarter so I could have the upgraded mountain. But Dice Miner is so fun. This game is really good. It plays very quickly. I actually need. This is a game where it's like I need more. Like I need expansions. I don't know what you do with them, but this is a game that I played so much. I will play it solo on Sovereignty. That board game app, which I believe is free this month. If anybody wants to go over to Sovereignty and check it out. And they do like a game night every Tuesday at like 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern time, I think. Worth checking out. Not a sponsor, but they could be if they wanted. But anyways, Dice Miner is a really good game, really fun, very easy to learn, lots of strategy, fun choices, and yeah, I think it's nice and quick. And
I like the thematic dice selection. How these dice are sitting in this like pyramid, and you can only pick from ones that are accessible, not ones that are covered by dice on top of it.
We got Charwood in here. Did you see his comment?
At the thumbs.
Yeah, but he also said our list blow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's when we get to. I'm trying to think of is there a board game where you got to like blow on the pieces to make a move?
No, that should be a new mechanic.
Yeah, it should. Hey, Andrew.
Hey,
yes,
Andrew.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you. I can't wait to have Andrew on the show because that dude has got a lot of knowledge and some interesting stories. So you should check him out.
Wow.
All right, Mike. 99, no pressure.
Man, I see. This is the problem with ranking so many games is that sometimes you just forget to rank certain games because there was no way I was going to rank every game I've ever played. It would take days. It would take weeks to do the rankings. I mean, as it is, I decided to rank 114 games to narrow it down and sort 100, but I still missed some. It still took hours. Ranking the games is the hardest part, guys. And like Dice Miner didn't. It would have been in my top 100. It was one I just like literally forgot to. I like this one a lot. Good pick. All right, my number 99. This is a new to me game this year as well, and this is also another roll and write. I actually strolled into one of our local gaming stores, the Griffin, and found this used with none of the sheets used for dirt cheap. So I finally picked up Dinosaur Island Roar and Write. Now, here's what's funny. I don't like Dinosaur Island that much. It's okay. It's fine. I like this one quite a bit. I really went on a roll and write kick this year. A roar and write kick this year.
Oh God. Yeah, I stayed away from this because I do not like roll and writes. But
yeah, but you're actually building your own park. And hey, you can get artsy with this too. you're building a dinosaur park, and so you're putting your different attractions in here. But in this game, you are doing dinosaur tours much like you do in Dinosaur World. Dinosaur World um has you I was late to the party on Roll and Rights. I played a ton of new to me ones here in 2023. So they're out of the hotness now. So anyway, in Dinosaur World, you actually go on tours. Well, this is the same way where you're trying to get from this gate to this gate. And the farther you can go, the more points you get. But you also have to manage those dinosaurs that are aggressive and will eat people and kill people in your park. But it's also, it's an action selection game because you're rolling these dice. They're going to give you resources. Then you're going to place them on these boards, and that's going to determine, the types of resources you get, plus the stuff that you can build. There's also different cards that'll come out that'll give you other like special abilities that you can use for the rest of the game. It's kind of like you'll get passive abilities for the rest of the game, and those can shake up the game quite a bit. So yeah, there you go. There's the actual sheets. That's what I was trying to find. The different kind of dinosaurs that you can build with your DNA. Some of the specialists that you can recruit that will help you mitigate the danger that you get, which is when people die and you lose points. So it's got a lot of the same iconography, the art style, and everything from Dinosaur Island, but it's much faster. It's still really fun. Um, no, you
Wasn't
didn't.
me.
I took this on a vacation this year, and I logged
Oh
like
boy.
6 plays in 2 weeks.
Get your bingo card
So,
ready.
yeah, I'm a fan. I like this one. Dinosaur Island Roarin' Right from Pandasaurus.
I think all the visitors are what makes the roll and write crunchy, right? For the dinosaurs.
No, I didn't even know there was a Welcome to Dino World. There's so many
Is
versions of that I
now
can't keep track of them all.
is this a John Gilmore or is this a different
No, these
designer?
are every one of the games in the dinosaur universe for Pandasaurus has been from completely different designers.
Okay.
They went with totally different designers for Dino World too. So there you go. Another roar and right for me.
Yeah.
Um, it's my last one today. So there you go. I'm
Your
done with
last
rolling.
roaring right? Okay.
There
Well,
might be a rolling right though.
cartographers is flipping right. So
X and right. Fill in the
yeah,
blank and right.
and right. Sure.
Yeah. X and right is what I've heard. I think I'm gonna roll with that for now.
Cool. All right, my 98 new this year. This game I was really excited about, but was kind of nervous. And it wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be. And while I was disappointed, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I did actually really like it because I wanted a reprint or an updated version of the original living card game version of this. But that's not what I got. I got a contained all-in-one box Star Wars the deck building game. I really enjoyed this. I think it's really cool. I just love that you're either playing as the Rebellion or the Empire, and the way that you can buy cards from your own faction or the neutral cards, but you can also attack cards from the other side's faction, right? So you can get rid of those things. So and then like you're trying to, it's kind of got a little Star Realms in there because you got to get through the base, the starships before you can hit the bases on the planets or the moon, wherever it is. And then those planets, though, they give you special abilities, and you just basically got a stack of those planets. So as you go through them, you're going to get different abilities. You're going to get different things are going to happen. Just really cool. I enjoy it quite a bit. I think the game is really good. Again, I need more stuff for this. I mean, there's so much room for expansions, right? There's so much room for expansions. But this game does it really well. It was very easy to learn, easy to teach. The first day I got it, I think I played it like 4 or 5 times all in one night. It was a game night actually at Mike's house. and I kept teaching people how to play it. I was like, I'm good playing it.
Fun.
I just like different people sat down, we kept playing it, and I never got tired of it. And then we played it again for the review. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, let's go, baby. But yeah, I really like this game. I sleeved mine. I got the Star Wars sleeves for it. Mine actually came with a pack of the sleeves. I was like, why did I sleeve mine? That's why. So it's even already blinged out with Star Wars sleeves that came with it. Looks great. If you like the theme, you're gonna have a good time. It's really good, feels thematic. If you don't like the theme, I think it's still a solid deck builder. Give it a try. Now, if you hate Star Wars, don't waste time. But I think if you're indifferent to the theme, you can still enjoy it. But
yeah, this is one actually. Since Chris mentioned it, this is what made me think about it. I've talked to a lot of Star Wars fans that haven't played this game yet, and I think it's really good. And it's got that really cool novel mechanic of the fact that you can attack the other side's cards and clear the market out. I really, really like that mechanic. I feel like you might see other games start doing that. You face the card towards you, and so then this text reads the correct way, and you see the instant ability facing you. Yeah, it's solid. I have a spoiler. Bob put it in his top 50.
yep.
I did not, but we will talk about it on the live stream for me as well.
Right on.
So yeah, I like this one. Great pick. I almost put this on the games things to get gamers. There's so many Star Wars fans that haven't played this game yet. And it's really, really fun.
It's really good. It's really good.
Well, maybe you won't like it then, Chris, because that's all it is. You're building a deck to take out the other player. So yeah, it may not be your style then. But it's one to play. It's got solid deck building mechanics. So maybe just check it out for that. Good one.
I like it.
That's good stuff. All right, so now we shift to my number 97. Wait,
98.
Wait, 98. Geez, how am I skipping numbers? I don't know.
It's really easy, Mike. You just make a list and then you go down it.
Well, I did, and I have them, but I don't know. I had the wrong banner selected at the bottom. That's what was throwing me off. All right, this is by far the oldest game that you're going to hear me talk about tonight. I haven't played this in years, but it's just one of those games that just stuck with me because of its theme and because of the designer. This is my favorite Vlada game, and this is Dungeon Pets.
Haven't played it.
There's so much to like about Dungeon Pets. I mean, first of all, I just love the art in this game. So this was a follow-up to his original game, Dungeon Lords. And Dungeon Lords is a worker placement game where you are basically defending your dungeon from monsters. Well, in this game, you're getting pets for your dungeons that you were defending in Dungeon Lords. So I love the thematical follow-up with this. Just love this playful art. And I just love these little imps in this game. And this game is so cool. You're basically, these are your worker placement spots. There are pets that are going to come out in the middle, and you are going to buy these fun pets, and you're going to put them on your player board, and then you've got to take care of them. So you're going to put them in one of your 4 little pens there. You start with one basic pen, and that pen can handle some of these pets' needs. And all of these pets have different needs based on the colors that come out. They might eat different things. This determines how much it costs to buy them, and that goes up as the rounds extend. And what's funny about this game is how thematic this is. This game is thematic because games of this are never, oh, remember that time I beat you in Dungeon Pets, 56 to 50? No, games of Dungeon Pets go like this when you're reliving them. You go, hey, you remember that one time you bought that animal that I wanted? and I couldn't afford any of the other animals. So I bought all of the food your animal needed, made you starve yours to death, and then it actually died and you couldn't sell them for points. Remember that? That's what I love about dungeon pets. They'll actually poop, and you gotta assign your imps to the pins to clean up their poop. It's just really good. It's really thematic. I also really like the bidding for actions in this. You separate your workers into groups, so the number in the group is your bid. If I have a higher bid than Tim, then I'm going to get to go first. Maybe I have 3 groups that are higher than Tim, and I may get to go 3 times before Tim goes once. Dungeon Pets is awesome, guys. If you've never played this, this is such a fun, thematic CGE game from back in the day, a 2011 release. And this one just sticks with me. I played this one 5 times. My last time, let's see how long, 2018. So not as old as some, not as long as some other ones. But I just love this game so much.
I've got it. Want to play it. Haven't played it yet. Joel, you can keep telling yourself you don't need to get Star Wars Rebellion, but don't watch our top 50, and I won't tell you what week if you don't want to be convinced why you do need it, because I love that game.
Chris, Dungeon Lords I like. I really like the worker placement mechanics in that one, but that game runs really long. A 4-player cheat of that game can easily go 3.5 to 4. It's a lot to digest. I think this keeps you closer to 2.5 hours, or 2. When you got players that know the game, you can easily keep it in under an hour and a half. And yeah, I liked this one a lot more, for sure. I played this one way more than Dungeon Lords. We gotta get this out, Tim. Oh my gosh, this needs to be one of those. We've talked, guys, about doing a series where like one of us teaches a game that we know really well and love to one of the other guys that have never played it. This would be a perfect one to throw on that series, Tim.
You could use my copy. I've got it right back there.
Yeah,
right next to Dungeon Lords. All right.
There you go. My number 98. It's been so long since I played it. I'd love to get it out again. Number 90. Wait, I'm confused.
97.
Yeah, 97. All right.
Okay, so my number 97 has been out for a few years, but I just learned about it this year.
I blame lack of sleep, Tim.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not going to give you a hard time about that. This is another 2-player game, and so Chris is not going to like this because this is a 1v1 game. That's okay. This game has a ton of like little expansions that you can add, so it gives you more characters, and basically you're dueling against each other. And it's called Pocket Paragons. It is a 1v1. You pick your asymmetric player deck. Now there's going to be some cards and icons that'll kind of always do the same thing, but there are cards that counter other cards, and if you play them at the right time, and everybody starts with like 10 health, right? But there is like an instant kill card. If you play like the rest card when they play like the death blow card, whatever it's called, I forget, but it's like there's like an instant kill card, you know, that if you time it wrong, they can kill you right away. And that could suck, but I don't care because this game plays so fast, you just play again. And if you don't like the character you're using, try a different one. There's a ton of them, and they got like a ton of different themes and IPs. I just got the Acquisitions Incorporated one. I can't wait to try out some of those characters. But this game's really fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. I thought I really liked the creativity of it. I like the ease of play. Just very fast, simple, straightforward. You do what the card says, and you got your hand of cards. You choose when to play it, and then you've got to play a card to pick up all your cards, right? So you can get your other actions back. But that's the card that can get you killed if you play it at the wrong time. So Pocket Paragons, I would say check it out. It's from Solus Game Studios. I met the designer. I really liked him. Brian McKay, very cool guy, and really enjoyed his game. He taught me how to play it on camera, actually, at Gen Con. And
nice.
So yeah.
All right, my number 97 might surprise some people that I would actually have this game so high because it's pretty light for what it is. But if you've heard me talk about games, you know about my love for auction games.
Mm-hmm.
I work at an auction, so and it's funny because I
Mm-hmm.
liked auction games way before I ever worked at an auction. And I think it all stems. I forgot my screen was already shared. Raccoon Tycoon is my number
I was like, what are you
97.
doing? You're already got it showing. You
I
can't do that.
know.
You can't do that soft, like lead when it's right
No,
there.
it
I
was already
appreciate you.
there. So
I appreciate
Raccoon
the effort.
Tycoon, friend of the show, Glenn Drover designed this
Mhm.
one, and I just really appreciate what this game does. It is a very simple action selection game, but I love the market manipulation. I am a huge fan of this in any game where goods change in value as you play the game, and I'm trying to find that image. But this game has just got very cutesy art. It has a wonderful drawing of Bob's dog.
Oh
Um,
yeah, Winston.
yeah, hey, thanks, Chris. See, I'm glad that you know, us seasoned gamers can still appreciate a game like this that has this sort of cutesy style art, and it's this very basic auction mechanic of buying and selling resources and trying to buy buildings that give you passive abilities and buying railroads that ultimately give you points, and you've got secret money so you don't know exactly how much money people have, so you're trying to start auctions when people have depleted their money. I love that tension, and I just love variable markets. And I just think for as simple as this game is, it is a home run. And I love how this is an excellent family and gateway game. I've taught this to many casual gamers that loved this game, and I think it's one of the reasons I keep it so high. It's
I think
just a
I
solid auction game.
I think my only knock on this game is that at higher player counts it can run long.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I do enjoy this game quite a bit. I do have the deluxe edition. Um,
yeah. I
and
play a card and grab this stuff and manipulate the market
Mhm.
of the stuff, and choosing how those resources are going up in value, and then selling them to take the value before somebody else can sell before you and get those
Right.
extra money out of it. That timing is so important in this one. Um, yeah, at this rate, I know 5 games an hour. Good call. But no, it's just really good. Yeah, it does run long. That's why sometimes if I'm playing with 5, I'll just really start pushing the end game. If I see
Oh,
the
sure.
railroad deck's running out, I'll just keep running auctions for railroad cards
Well,
because I'm one of those people.
in our defense, Chris, we're only doing 10 tonight or 11. So,
Oh yeah.
we're doing okay. We're doing okay. But
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah.
call, Andrew. Using some upgraded resources for this. That's a good
Oh,
call.
the scythe upgraded. Man,
There
my
is the
scythe.
there is the fat hat version that has
Oh, I've got
upgraded.
that. What am I thinking?
That's
I'm like,
wood
oh, do I need to?
resources, not
I'm
like
like, oh,
realistic resources. But yeah.
no, I've got that deluxe big old box of Raccoon Tycoon. Dan actually on the show loves this game because anthropomorphic animals are his favorite thing ever. Um, it's a good game. I really like it. Good call. Glenn Drover is the man. Enjoy a bunch of his games. Are
96.
you ready for 96? All right. Now, this game, I've talked about this game before. It is from a very small publisher that I just adore. Whether or not I love every one of their games doesn't matter. I love the way that they conduct themselves, and I just think they're really good people, family owned business. And I have worn out copies of this game. I have given gifts
Oh,
of this game. I've had family members buy this game while we were playing it because they got online. They're like, "What's the name again?" And that name is Skull King, or formerly known as Scheming and Skull King. Um, but yeah, Skull King is awesome. This is just a really fun take on a euchre, like kind of thing where it's a trick taking game, and you're gonna have all these different suits, and then of course the the Jolly Roger, the black pirate flag with the skull and crossbones. There's like the Trump suit, but the thing that can beat that are the pirates, right? So playing a pirate card will always trump that. It's sort of like playing a big or a little, right? In euchre or spades, and then there's the Skull King card, right? And he conquers all of them. So it's pretty good. Lots of fun. They do a lot of things. It just plays really well. You play 10 rounds. You start with one card and you go all the way up to 10 cards. But I think it's great. Love this game. I'll play this game in the drop of a hat. This is one that gets played at family events when there's people that in my family that would never touch a board game. We'll sit down and play Skull King for hours, just because it's so much fun. But
I really like the art in this one. And Tim,
that's the old one.
Play this like just soon. I've still never played this.
Let's do it.
I need to just throw it in a cart and get it shipped here.
And Grandpa Beck. So this is Grandpa Beck's games. He literally puts his phone number in the rule book, and if you have questions, you can call him, and he will answer. And answer your questions. And they put little recipes and stuff, in their rule books. They're just really nice people. I've talked to them many times at conventions, and I just think they're really nice. I hope they are as nice. I hope they're as nice to everybody else as they have been to me and my family.
I'm sure they are, Tim.
So
that's why they put their phone number in the rule book. You don't do that unless you're just, you're good people if you're willing to do something like that. I really like that touch.
Yeah, no doubt, dude.
I'm catching up on some of these comments that have been rolling through. We're going through our favorite games, so these tangents tend to be a little longer than usual.
But we're staying on track.
We're staying on track is what's happening. And we're getting so into our picks. It's like I'm like missing comments. Where the heck did it go? Jason just gave me a hard time about my Felds because I played one without him. So and sorry guys, I did not get a lot of sleep last night. I told Tim I may even dip early, but I feel fine now. I'm just my brain ain't working like it should. I ain't thinking right. So anywho. Oh yeah, I Jason made the comment about Lizard Wizard as well. I bought Lizard Wizard from Burn Island Games or Forbidden Island Games, sorry, at Origins last year just to have Glenn sign it.
Oh, yeah.
I know it adds like an exploration push your luck mechanic to it, but essentially it's Raccoon Tycoon with an extra.
I believe that was at Gen Con, but yeah.
Okay. My number 96 is another new to me this year that I still need to pick up my own copy. This was taught to me and Tim by Papa Soup.
Uh-oh.
And I thought this absolutely kills Point Salad and it's Point City.
Oh, this was really good. I want this game.
Yeah.
I want this game.
I was an enjoyer of Point Salad, but after you play it for a while, the problem is to replay that game, which you're going to want to do because it takes 10 minutes. You got to reshuffle that deck, and you don't use the whole deck, and it's a lot to shuffle. And there's some of that in this, but I just think this one adds like the Splendor mechanic of these are now resources I've banked that I can use for these scoring tiles later. And I really, really like that mechanic. These scoring tiles are not always in the card display. So there's a whole separate chit just for the scoring tiles. I just like what this game added. There's a lot more resources available. There's a lot more variability. It's still really easy to get to the table and teach, but it just added a couple really good layers to this game. And again, I liked the Point Salad game already, but adding a little bit, just like what Splendor Duel did to Splendor. I enjoyed Splendor, and Splendor Duel just crushed the original for me, and now I'd only play Splendor if I had 3 or 4 people. I would never play dual, or I would never play Splendor with 2 players now. This, I would probably, when I get this, I'd probably never play Point Salad again. But yeah, it's really solid. You can get it fairly inexpensive. It's an AEG game, and I like a lot of their stuff. So Point City is my number 96.
That's a man. Like I said, I really want that game. I really want that game. I thought it was really good.
Ton of fun. Yeah, it's one I've just been meaning to just get shipped here. Maybe I need to just go ahead and get Skull King and this one in my cart. I know I definitely play this with my parents during Christmas.
I did want to clarify. He does not say a time zone in there, but if ye have questions during your voyage, please don't hesitate to drop me a line. And then he leaves his email, and then he's like, or give me a call, and he's got his phone number.
That's great.
Love it. Love it. Also wanted to point out, because Dave wanted to know about my top 10 pies. I did realize I've had a pie, and it's my favorite pie, and it's the best pie I've ever had. Actually, I've had 2 pies. I've had 2 pies, so I'm going to give you my list of top 2 pies. One of them I can never have again, unfortunately, because that restaurant is gone. And the other one, if I can talk my wife into doing it, I might be able to have again. So the number 2 was a shepherd's pie that I had while in Ireland in 2006, in this little thatch roof cottage restaurant that was like right on the Ring of Kerry. It was beautiful. It had like gravy and like lamb and potatoes in there. Really good. There used to be a place here in town called the Mishawaka Brew Pub, which had an Irish meat pie with big chunks of like steak in it, and again, mashed potatoes and gravy. So good. Just absolutely love those 2 meat pies that I've had. I've tried to recreate it, haven't been able to do it.
I just need to bring you an Essen House like chocolate pie or something. I mean,
see, that's something I would eat, because I won't eat like a fruit pie because it's gonna be lost on me. I don't really like fruit.
Or Reese's pie, chocolate pie. Yeah. That's what you need. I need to bring you an Essen House pie one of these days.
But Dave, thank you, sir. I would give you the. And I've never had a hamburger pie either. But
I grew up in Amish. I grew up in Amish country, and my first job was doing dishes at one of the largest Amish restaurants in the country. And they have a scratch bakery there, and they make
of course they do. Okay, of course they do. I just really like that we've got a house divided where Dave's like, I'll take it, and Di's like, no, it doesn't count.
We do. We have a firm stance on whether meat can be a pie in the Rossi house.
Love it. I just hope they're still together by the next time we see them. I don't want to be the reason that this.
Or we drop. There's no meat in a pie. Good stuff.
And Gateway, right, I will say that I will only call fries chips while in Europe if I ever get to go back.
I thought it earlier. That's Barry. He switched his username, it looks like. So he's got the same avatar though.
Oh, right on.
Switch you up. You are on to number 95, sir.
All right.
5.
All right. Mike, I'll tell you what it is, but you can't be mad at me.
You know it, Wayne. He knows.
You ready, Mike? Ooh. You can't be mad at me. You're not allowed to be mad at me.
What about your pick?
Yeah.
Why? Because it's too high or low?
Too low for you.
Okay. No, I won't hate you. You've only played it once,
Bobby. It's ketchup all day, James. I can't do mayo, Jim. I cannot do mayo.
Chip?
No, mayo. Like mayo. Mayo or ketchup for fries. Can't do it. Can't do mayo. No. Anyways, my number 95 is designed by somebody whose name I cannot pronounce. It is a Mind Clash game. It is fantastic, and it absolutely nails the time travel theme. But Anachrony is my number 95. This is a
Wow.
really good game. I enjoy this game quite a bit. But here's the things that hold this game back for me is if you play it with people that have played it a bunch and love it, like Bob and Mike, you will never stand a chance. And then you're going to spend a very long time playing a very cool game where you have no chance of winning. And when it becomes obvious about halfway through, it can become less fun. But if you play
It's
this
got a
game with,
learning curve.
yeah, it does. It does. So like for me now, I'd almost rather try to play it with like in a more casual way, but then it's heavy, so it's hard to get like, it done in that fashion. But I do think Anachrony is really good. I really enjoy it. I love the theme. I love the components. I've got a Kickstarter version of it. I didn't go in on like the expansion Kickstarter because I was like, I barely get the first one played. And I was really proud of myself because usually I'm like, must have everything for all the games. And this was one where I kind of made a stand and didn't do that. But anyways, Anachrony, it's really good. If you are curious about it, look into it. You should really try to play it. It's very cool. Very crunchy worker selection, resource or worker placement, resource management. Really cool things you can do in the game. Lots of really neat ideas and really well implemented. But it is heavy. It's a heavy game.
Yeah, Tim, knowing your style, I understand why this isn't as high for you because crunchy worker placement games are not your favorite. There's a
I
lot of crunchy worker placement games that you're selective about.
Well, the thing is when I love them. But like,
Right.
I just do not like this one isn't as bad. I don't think that Anachrony is so punishing like Darwin's Journey or something where you could really get hosed like that bad by like a few bad turns. Like I think
It,
Anachrony is a little more forgiving. I think
it is.
there's definitely some things you need to make sure you're doing. But for the most part, and I think that's why Anachrony is higher on my list than some of the other ones because
Really good
I
picture.
do think you can get in there and kind of mess around with it and try out some different things and see what they do without like derailing your whole game. I don't think you have to have your game completely mapped out. I don't think it's solvable, you know. So for me, that's what keeps it higher. A lot of crunchy worker placement games can have like well, if you don't do these moves like as your first 5 moves, like what are you doing? You shouldn't even you might as well just be done and put the game away. But Anachrony's got a little bit of flexibility. I just like the flexibility in there. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I want. I want to have my crunchy worker placement games, but I want flexibility. I want to be able to maneuver and pivot if my strategy isn't going to work. You know what I mean? And I realize that it's not
Yep.
working. I want to have some breathing room to move around, and so that's really what I'm looking for when I play these kind of games. And not a lot of them offer that. So that's where I have a problem with it. And again, it doesn't mean they're designed poorly. It just means that that's a design I don't like. But I do like Anachrony quite a bit and think it's really good.
Yeah, Wayne. So I played this. I've only played this a couple times in real life. Um, I this was one I picked up for my collection. So I waited until that Infinity box came out and everybody was selling their first edition copies, and I bought mine that way. First of all, you absolutely want the exosuit
You do.
minis.
You do.
They are amazing. They are functional and they look great because they actually hold your workers in them. I love that. They are a functional miniature. This is the coolest thing. Um, but I just fell in love with this game immediately. And it only took 2 plays for me to realize how much I enjoyed this game. Now Bob and I have been playing this on BGA nonstop, and I will tell you, Tim, you know how selective I am of crunchy games in general, with a lot of setup and a lot
Mhm.
of teach. And this is one of my favorite games of all time. It is
Yeah.
worth the investment of money and time. It's so, so good. This is my favorite worker placement game.
Yeah.
You'll be waiting a while before you hear me talk about this game.
And it won't be on the live. Yeah.
Also, I haven't played it yet, but I know you want to use the Fractures of Time mechanic. It has what they call a blink mechanic, which allows you to reuse worker placement spots that have already been used. There's other mechanics added that I'm not totally familiar with, but I do know that. I also know the designer David Turksey was in our booth at Gen Con. He talked about his newest game, Nucleum, which is excellent. And he was just, I loved his passion. Like
he's
he really
cool.
enjoys games. And he's an amazing designer, and he was a really cool dude. So
he was fun to talk to. He was really cool.
Really was. So yeah, Anachrony, man, I cannot get enough of this game on BGA. But yeah, I totally get why it's not super high for you, Tim. No, that doesn't surprise me actually.
But it's definitely in the top 100. Like it's that good. Yeah, like
right, that's really not bad.
Right.
It's like we know how many games we play new to us each year. I'm over 120 this year of new to me games.
Oh my god.
The Dice Tower is probably 4 or 5 times that. And then you go, that game didn't make their top 100. And they always joke, oh, that must mean it's trash. No. They literally have played thousands upon thousands of games just in the last few years. So, when you're playing a lot of games, 100 is not that many.
I haven't played Alien Frontiers, but it looks really... I've seen it. I've eyeballed that game really hard a few times.
That's one I've been wanting to play for a long time, too, and never got to. All right, my number 95. I know Tim likes this game. I don't know if it's in his top 100. I like those auction mechanics. And this is one of the most unique auction games I've ever seen. It's from All Play, and it's QE, baby.
Oh, man.
QE
this is one that I didn't rate because I don't own it, and it slipped out of falling into the rating thing.
I have
awesome
lots of games in my top 100 that I don't own. I don't own Point City. I've already got games in my top 50 I don't own yet. So that is not
I own all of these.
I know you guys own all the games, and I'm totally cool just playing other people's copies. So they still make my list. But QE allows you, QE is short for quantitative easing. You are in control of a country, and you are trying to give a boost to their economy by buying industries and different ways to improve your country, which means you get to print money and you can bid whatever you want. Seriously, you can put your blind bid is any number you want to put on that tile. It could be 75 billion if you want. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, I'm sure, Mike, if it's an auction game and highest bidder wins, and then you could just bid whatever you want and take every tile, why wouldn't you do that? Well, whoever bids the most bankrupted their country and automatically loses, but that number is secret throughout the game. And all of the bids are secret. The only person that gets to see the bid is the auctioneer. The auctioneer gets to see the bids. So you don't know, you wrote 55 million down, and you're like, clearly that's enough to get this. And then you see the tile going to Dan, and you're like, wait, 55 million wasn't enough? How did you bid? Oh my god. He probably put 6,500 million on there. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That would make a trillion. Get some sleep, Mike. This game's just bonkers. Every time we play it, we just have a blast. We're just laughing at how ridiculous the bids get. It's a good time, and there's no game like this. I love me some QE.
I was so sad that Patrick didn't love this game because I love this game. I love the table talk, and I thought that that's what he would like, but he was frustrated by the lack of information, and I get that because all you know is what you bid, and that that your bid didn't win or wasn't enough. And then, yeah, David, the auctioneer does rotate between players. So everybody,
you'll get information when it's your turn to be an auctioneer. Yes. And it also allows you once per game to look at the winning bid. I like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like as easy as this game is, if you wanted to house rule that you could get 2 chances to do that, 3 chances to do that, I don't think you break the game. I think this is an easy one to tweak to your group style.
Sure, for sure. And really just the fun thing is like everybody so nervous about what they're bidding, and then that tension of seeing like what the bids are. And you do get points if you bid 0, right? Like every once like you can do it like X amount of times in a game.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's like 3 times. I forget.
3 times, it's like 2 points each time you do it or something like that.
Yeah. So you could be like, I'm just taking this round off. I just spent $650 million, like whatever Mike said earlier. And then yeah, it's like I gotta take at least 1 round off because this is killing me. but it's really fun. I do enjoy the tension in this game. It's great.
It's just got some set collecting for your points, and that's interesting because you can look at other people's board and you can know how much they want a tile. I always like when that information's available in an auction game. But I just love how in the first round bids will be like 150. And then
right.
The next turn they'll go up to like 5 grand. And then 3 turns later, next thing you know, you're at 15 million. And then somebody will put 100 million down.
Oh my gosh. And then it goes off the rails.
And it just goes bonkers. It always goes bonkers.
It's so good.
And every group will play this differently is what's funny. Some people just, you don't know how they're going to play it. And that's part of the fun is seeing how different groups play it.
Yep.
QE, baby.
Man, that's a good one. You know, it's funny, Mike. It's almost like we planned something. Now, QE is not my 94, but my 94 is an auction game. But it's a new auction game, a new to me auction game. This is a game that I've been enjoying quite a bit. And again, like take it to Thanksgiving, take it to gatherings with family, with the lighter, gamers. And I get this played a bunch because the theme is awesome. The art is adorable. And there's a character in it actually called Mubaka. I'm talking about Catnip Auction House. This game's really fun. You basically are all these like fancy cats. You got these crazy screens with these cool looking cats. Each of those cats has like an item that they're really trying to get. Hey, good to see you, David. Thanks for being here, man. And yep, you can catch up tomorrow, but we appreciate you being here. Oh wait, here, let me send out the love. David. Look at that. Send out the love. Oh my God. But the fun thing about Catnip Auction House is you are everybody's bidding, but the way that the bidding works is that like there's this bowl and you've got these like little green cubes that are your catnip. So you throw a catnip in to stay in, and then everybody goes around. Now, when you go out, you take all of the catnip that's in the bowl and you put it behind your screen, and you get that catnip to spend the next round. So like there's kind of this really fun mechanic of like timing when you bow out of the auction. And I think that's like one of my favorite parts of this game is because, you put one in and you wait and you're like, okay, like, man, if that bowl's full, if nobody's taking that, I'm taking that bowl, I'm clearing that bowl out. If it gets to me, and then sure enough, person to my left will take everything out of that bowl. And I'm like, well, hell, I'm in for one more. Let's go. Let's ride this again. It's just super fun. And Catnip Auction House, good job, Reed. Really enjoy your game. We played this at Origins for the first time. I think it's great. Have a good time with it. And that's another Jim, right? I'm really bad friend. I forget in the middle. He was the James.
10 Robot Games.
Yes, 10 Robot Games. They published it, so he runs the publishing company for that. And he's also got a game, Cities of Venus, which we did a Kickstarter preview for, which I like more than the other guys. But we also did have sort of a limited version, right? It didn't have everything for it in there. In that prototype, but I did think it was pretty cool. But anyways, Catnip Auction House, really good. Look it up. It's a very fun thematic auction game. Not as tense as QE, but it does have its moments where you're cussing at other people because they took all the catnip before you could.
This one is fun for sure. I need to play that one again.
Me too. Oh no, oh my gosh. I've got another auction game after this.
I have another cat themed.
Ooh, a cat themed game. Let's go.
Yeah. So
Meow.
Yeah, this one has really become the cat's meow with our group. I absolutely love this game. The only problem was Bob beat me to a copy of Ahoy Kitten. This game is ridiculously fun. It is more fun than it has any right to be. They just fulfilled their Kickstarter. It had a super short fulfillment time. And I think that means Mayday should be having copies available soon. Because, yeah, right now, is it? I'm doing this live. It's pre-order. Okay, so it's not available yet on Metro Market. So I was right. They used that Kickstarter campaign to reprint it. That's awesome. So this will be available next year. This game is so fun. It's a U-point game where you're trying to accumulate these fish, and these fish are like sets that you're trying to collect. You point at the tile. If more than one person points at the same tile, nobody gets anything. If you're the only person putting at a tile, you get all the things. Then you get to put stuff on your own board, but now that's another board people can point at, so you can cover it and keep it from getting stolen. If you don't, people take your stuff. But when you cover, you're out for a round. So you don't always want to cover your stuff right away. You want to let it accumulate a little bit, but not too much, because then people will steal it. It's super fun. It just, you can't play this game and just not laugh about how fun it is. Like, because you and one other person will have a standoff. You just keep pointing at the same tile over and over, like, damn it. Damn it. And then you finally give in, and then somebody else gets it. Like,
I can
so fun.
Without spoiling anything, I can tell you that this is on somebody's top 50. At least one of them. At least one of them.
At least one. I wonder if Bob has it in there. It would have to be insanely high if he hasn't mentioned it already. That would be
I know.
Nuts.
We filmed a spoiler alert. We filmed ahead.
We've filmed up to 30.
No.
Yeah.
No, not 30. Oh, it is 30. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how math works. We've did the 30. Holy crap.
We've done 2 top 10s. So this Sunday we're doing 20s, teens, and then
yeah. Now whose brain's not working there, Mike?
I know.
You're welcome.
I know. It's insane. It's so fun. Yeah, that's why we can't stop talking about it. It's just super simple. It's easy to get people to play this. A lot of fun.
All right, so my number 93 might be the oldest game on my list, but it's got a fancy new reprint, and it's beautiful, from 25th Century Games. This is an auction game from Reiner Knizia. It is one of the classic auction games, and Ra is my number 93. This was what I was shocked it wasn't higher, Mike. When I saw this wasn't in my top 50, I was shocked. But no, Ra's really good. I enjoy it quite a bit. Get it played very easily. I've got the deluxe edition because when this hit Kickstarter, I knew I wanted a copy, and I just was ready to go. Oh, look at this, David. That's good. Filmed ahead, ahead.
Nice.
Wayne, I haven't played Medici, so I
would agree. I played Medici once years ago, and I definitely enjoyed it better than Ra.
Okay, well, maybe if I play Medici, it'll be higher than Ra. But right now, Ra is my 93. I think it's great. This is the fun thing about Ra. I guess here you go. Right, the way the auction works is that you've got like
old version,
3 to 4 tiles depending on player count. You've got these tiles in front of you with a number. That's your bid, right? And if you win the bid, you've got to swap it out with the bid that's in the middle. And then when you get that bid, you flip it over because it's gone until the next era. And then you've basically on your player board, you've got tiles that are going to score, on certain rounds, and you've got tiles that will only score at the end of the game. and there's penalties, if you don't have, enough tiles or any tiles. But then there's bonuses for like having the most. So there's a little bit of set collection with this as you go. I enjoy Ra quite a bit. I think it's really good. It is my 93. And I would say that the copy from 25th Century Games, like that version, worth owning. It's beautiful.
Trying to find.
It's absolutely beautiful.
These tiles are super chunky. That first player token is monstrous. This bag is wonderful. Yeah, I was just trying to find the new edition because it's just no comparison to this drab nonsense. And this is all deluxeified stuff that people have bought for the game.
Oh, so, sure.
Yeah.
But Ra is worth owning. I think it's great. Again, haven't played Medici.
Yeah, I love auction games, and Ra I think is fine, just not one of my favorites. I enjoy it, like I'll play it, but it's not one that I request.
That's fair.
But no, I definitely get why people like it. I wish the set collecting was a little more diversified, but that's where I think it loses some of its luster. I think the bidding is really cool. I just the set collecting is what I think is less interesting.
Well, I think 24 years ago when the game came out, it was groundbreaking. It's
yeah.
So I'm not saying
it holds up extremely well. Obviously,
it definitely could use like I don't want to say a mechanics update, but almost like an expansion or something to add a little extra, zhuzh to it. But it's an evergreen.
Sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a Knizia reprint that I got to the table and I thought I'd love, and it was just super meh for me. But we'll come back to it. I don't know.
Well, not on this list.
No, you're right. It was Zuvadis. I backed it. The components are amazing. I love the look, and it's like that kind of sucked. I hate to say that. I have to play it more, and I need to understand more of the strategies. Okay, my number 93. I don't know if Jason is still with us, but he taught me this game, and this is another new to me here.
Oh, wait, was it Marrakesh? What was that one you guys should have played?
No, I did not get to play. He did not get to play this one, but he taught me this one at my house the one time that he was here this year. And this is actually another Reiner Knizia game. This is Witchstone.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Witchstone is like this is like the Knizia game that feels like a Stefan Feld game because it's like a medium weight Euro that's point salad with combos. So you're taking these little tiles that are behind your screen and they have different actions on them. You're going to place them on your board and you're going to do the two actions that are on the tile. But what you're building is an increased strength of these actions. So if I can put multiple of the same action next to each other, it becomes stronger. Now I'm doing a 3 power version of the gem action, a 4 power version of this action. And I just love the way this builds up. And so you're kind of placing these tiles secretly onto your board to plan out your action and then taking your actions. Meanwhile, you are doing some route building out here to get your meeples around to all these little areas. You've also got this track that can be manipulated that gives you different benefits and everything. Man, Witchstone was really good, and I just need a copy of this. But there's an expansion for it now too. So yeah, this is another one that I just need to go buy. I don't have it in my collection yet, but man, this is probably the one of the more heavy Knizia games that's out there. Most of his games are very elegant. But yeah, Jason, it's on the list. It's on the list. It's just matter of time. I liked it a lot.
That's how it goes sometimes. It's like, yeah, it's on the list, but it'll get there.
I always am looking at people's, used collections, trying to find deals, and he's got this one, and this one, so I can buy those 3 and save shipping kind of stuff. So I add it in the cart when I find something on sale on a certain site. That's how I shop.
Yeah, well, that's like when it's funny because it's like when I told you I bought Cockroach Poker, and you're like, "Oh, so what else did you get?" I'm like, "No, nothing. Like just that."
I'm like, huh?
Like,
I
dude,
ain't buying from those sites unless I'm getting to the free shipping threshold. So
you
4 or 5 games are coming.
but you saw how fast it was selling out. I didn't have a choice, and I wasn't ready to spend that much money.
Same day.
Yeah,
Been out of prep for a
sometimes
while.
sometimes hours.
I wish I would have pulled the trigger on this game so long ago. Cockroach Poker. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here for our top
Nope.
100, unless you're number 93 is Cockroach Poker.
It isn't. It was Raw, and my number 2 is not it either because I've never played Cockroach Poker, but I want to.
Why do I have the numbers off?
Because you just did your 93.
Got you.
I like this one. Okay. I love difficult cooperative games, and this one I can play solo. I can play the app version, or I can play it with friends. It's very cool. It's very difficult, and I enjoy it and the theme because it's a Cthulhu theme. Oh, spoiler alert! I like Cthulhu stuff. Elder Sign. Elder Sign
Oh,
is.
wow.
I really enjoy it. It's really hard. It's really frustrating at times. Um, but when you can pull off like knocking out, like closing down some locations, clearing out some locations, and you get some of those good rolls, it feels really good, and it's really fun. And it just depends on which god you're going against. You know what I mean? And oh, excuse me, the characters can matter, right? Because there's
Who's
characters that
tired?
give you special ability. I know, right? I'm just so boring. I put myself to sleep. But I just Elder Sign, yeah, it's an Elder Sign. Elder Sign's really good. It's an older game. I enjoy this quite a bit. Again, I like difficult co-ops. I don't mind getting smacked around by the game. Usually, if I lose it pretty quick, I just play again. And David, I think that's a very fair question. And there is luck mitigation, but there's some luck in getting to the luck mitigation. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's really good. Wayne, you know what? I haven't even played any of the expansions. I have a few of them on the app, like I purchased them online, so that I could play through the app. And I really did like the expansions on there, but I don't have any of the physical copies of the expansions. I just have the base game. But yeah, I think Elder Sign's pretty good. Hence, it is my number 92. Mythos Yahtzee.
A 2011 release. Mine is pretty
older
old
game
too, but not that old. I think we're tied for the oldest game at 2011, which was Dungeon Pet's release.
Okay. Wait, your oldest game is tied at 2011 because Ra's older.
Came out. Oh, duh. Yeah, 99. Never mind.
Yeah, Ra's way older.
Yeah, it is. 1999. Wow. Okay. It's funny what I have this game rated, and I have it in my top 100. I think it's just because of how many times I've played it and my familiarity with it. This is just a classic dice engine building game. How about Roll for the Galaxy? Yeah, Roll for the Galaxy I really enjoy. Yeah, Tim doesn't like this pick.
No, it's your pick. I think it's fine. It's kind of like you with I don't know, what'd you say, Ra? You wouldn't ask to play it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't request it. But I'm not getting up and leaving unless Spencer's playing. I'm not getting up and leaving. Mostly because Spencer has one gear and he's really good at race and roll. He loves Race for the Galaxy.
Yeah, I really like dice rolling. So you give me some cups, you give me building up an engine and different powers depending on the dice that I'm rolling. And I just like how quick it plays. I like the depth and the variability in this one. I like the ambition expansion. I liked what that one added quite a bit. It's been a while since I've played it, but I've played it quite a bit, and definitely still play this one anytime somebody requested it for sure. I don't get it out all the time. It's not like I'm bringing it around and asking people to play it. But if somebody's like, "Yeah, you know what? I've never played Roll for the Galaxy," I'm like, "Let's go."
Oh,
Uh,
sure.
but yeah, I'm a fan. Love Roll for the Galaxy.
Yeah, it's funny because I played Roll for the Galaxy before I played Race for the Galaxy. But I think I was at a Geekware convention or something, and I feel like Bob and I learned it together. We muscled through the rules, and it wasn't too bad.
I enjoyed New Frontiers as well.
Haven't played that.
Spencer has that one. That
Oh,
one's
okay.
good. I like how you're trying to figure out what action people are going to pick, because you get one action that you pick, and then you'll get a second one, but you have to guess what other action people are going to select. That's one thing I really like about Roll for the Galaxy.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul,
Only
you
if
missed the full 42 on Monday,
I
where
was gonna say only if Mike is Santa.
yeah, and I didn't update my name, so I'm Santa.
Oh, you didn't? I did change mine when I got on. I'm like, what? The Grinch? Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
Okay. Number 91, last one of the
Oh,
night.
last one of the night. All right. Okay, so there's a couple versions of this game that are on my list that you will either hear me talk about via the live stream or on the studio top 50. So I'll give you a little preview. But this is a version of the game that I do really enjoy quite a bit. I think it's very cool, and I like the theme that they put on it, and the few extra rules that they add in to make it more interesting. And that is a Game of Thrones Catan, Brotherhood of the Watch.
Nice. I like this
Yeah,
one.
I enjoy Catan. Not that Catan's like the Catan has its warts. It's old, it's been around for ages. I get it. It's a punchline at this point, but I still do actually really like Catan, and I think it's pretty fun. I still need to. We say this all the time. There's a thing that they do in Starfarers that I think really helps Catan and speeds it up that I'd like to implement. But I think that this Game of Thrones Catan does some really nice things. It's got the whole feature where you basically all of your regular Catan board is south of the wall, right? And then there's the wall up there at the top, and then you still have that wall section of the board which you have to go and do stuff in, and you can get extra resources and things like that. And I think it's really cool. I really liked it. It was a fun. I thought it was just sort of like a money grab, right? Like, oh, let's take this IP everybody's freaking out and about and love, myself included. And like let's just slap a Catan on it, right? I mean, they kind of do this with Risk all the time, and some of those versions of Risk are actually pretty good, and some of them are just like, Monopoly, but for Notre Dame fans.
Right.
And it's still just Monopoly. But this actually adds some new mechanics and does some good things with it, and spices up Catan a little bit. And so if you're gonna take a game I already like and then like add a little extra seasoning to it and like zhuzh it up, like yeah, give it to me. I'm here for it. So that Game of Thrones Catan, if you are a Game of Thrones fan and you like Catan, I'm gonna say you should get this game. That's what I'll say. If you don't like Catan or don't care about Game of Thrones, just keep walking. Keep walking. I got 90 other games I can tell you about that you might like better. But if you do like those things, this is a really nice combination that was satisfying to play.
Yeah, this is my favorite version of Catan. I really like the semi-co-op nature of kind of fighting back the wildlings. But yeah, it's really good. I like base Catan, so I
Me
enjoyed this
too.
one quite a bit, and the theme really works. The theme works really well.
Mike, you and I need to find like one or two people. I don't want to go too high of a player count. But like you and I want to play my 3D Catan. I haven't played it yet, but I do have the 3D Catan, and I would love to play that with somebody who won't just be like, "Oh, Catan stinks. Why are we doing this?" I want to play with somebody who'll actually enjoy playing Catan.
Yep, I definitely do enjoy it. Good pick. Good pick. It just missed my top 100.
Sweet.
Or I have it rated higher. I can't remember now.
Whoops.
Yeah. What the heck? That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, this is another older game as well, and this is another one I don't have in the collection. I just need to finally. I just want to get a copy. I've just never seen a game do what this game does. It is called Archipelago.
Never played.
Archipelago. It's really like a Euro game that has a hidden trader. And you're sprawling out and you're exploring and you're trying to find new lands. And with those lands, you'll get goods and you'll be able to sell those goods in a variable market. It's got a little worker placement section that you can plan out some of your actions. It's got a bidding phase where you're buying these special characters that you can use for the rest of the game. But meanwhile, you're semi-cooperatively watching your population track and making sure the rebellion marker does not meet your population track. Because as the population gets higher cumulatively between all players that are playing the game, the population track goes up. But every time you collect money, you're taxing the population, and they don't like it. And so this rebellion marker goes up every time somebody taxes. Well, there's a hidden trader mechanic in this game to where if that rebellion marker does catch up, the game ends instantly and the trader wins. So there you see somebody that's taxing too much and you start to get suspicious of them. You see them buying all of the aggressive cards out of the market. You start to think you have a trader in the game, but you don't always have a trader. It's one of those. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I really like the art style in this game. It's as far as like exploration, I think it works really well. I love how the map tiles actually meet up, which I think is just super important for me, is how these tiles do match even though I'm drawing a new tile. I always like that. But man, for all the things that are going on in this game, I've never seen another game even remotely pull off what this does. To have all of these mechanics included, and to have something fresh and different. I never thought this one got enough love. I always really liked Archipelago.
Archipelago. Out of all the games on your list, this is the not that like any of them sound bad, but like this and Dungeon Pets, I really want to play. Just I've always dismissed Archipelago. I've never even I saw the title. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I've never looked any further, but hearing you describe it, it sounds really cool.
It really is. Now it says 240 minutes because you can select a short game, a medium game, or a long game.
Sure.
I personally will always go with the medium. The long is obviously way too long. And really compared to modern games, it's not as heavy as what its weight makes you think it is.
Like
because in
maybe
2012, it had all of those mechanics in it, and there just weren't that many games throwing all of those mechanics in one game back then. I really think if this one got a re-release, it would do gangbusters. I thought this game was awesome.
So let me just address two comments real quick. So Wayne, I have the new 3D one, not the old one that was in that chest. That one was really cool, but no, I had an opportunity to get the new 3D one and I took it. And then David, I do like Starfarers better, and that's why I haven't talked about it yet. But I won't even talk about it on a live stream. Spoiler alert! You're gonna have to watch the studio. You gonna have to watch studio for that one.
I still haven't played Starfarers.
Oh, it's so much fun. Mike, I think you'll like Starfarer. I could be wrong. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit because you already like Catan, and I think Starfarers does some really fun things. I think you'll enjoy. And the nice thing is that one we can get Bob to play with us, and he won't bitch the whole time, so it'll be a good time. But why don't we run through our lists real quick? We've got a little bit of time. We can get up to like a little bit of shenanigans, and then we'll call it. We won't go super late, but like I will be grateful for the sleep tonight. Since we were up late on Monday with the full 42. Mike was up late last night, but that was mostly for nefarious reasons. And then he was saving kittens. But yeah, I'm proud of us, Mike. We got through our lists.
Yeah.
We had we went on our little tangents, but we didn't get too crazy. And then, yeah, I do agree. Catan can be table dependent, but like nowadays, I will just play Catan with either people that are curious about it or that I already know like it. I'm not going to play with people that are going to be grumpy about it.
That's no fun.
But I won't play any game with anybody that's going to be grumpy about it because what's the point? But anyways, I'll do my 101 through 91 first, and then we'll do yours, Mike. Is that cool?
Okay. Yep.
All right. So my 101 was Spectre Ops. My 100 was Five Tribes. 99 was Dice Miner. 98 was Star Wars: The Deck Builder. 97 was Pocket Paragons. 96 was Skull King. 95 is Anachrony. 94 is Catnip Auction House. 93 is Ra. And 92 is Elder Sign. And 91 is a Game of Thrones, Catan, Brotherhood of the Watch.
Nice. My 101 is Altiplano, 100 Cartographers, Dinosaur Island Roarin' Right, Dungeon Pets, Raccoon Tycoon, Point City, Huey, Ahoy Kitten, Witchstone, Roll for the Galaxy, and Archipelago.
Nice. Yeah, I'm really, Mike, it's like, not gonna lie, when we finished on Sunday, because we film in the studio on Sundays, when we finished doing, because we did a couple of our top 50, and man, I was so amped up because that list was so much fun to do. Like, it's like, I wish I had time to do like more, because it was really fun, and it was really, it's always, I mean, it's kind of like whenever you and I do top 10s here or whether we do them in the studio, it's so much fun to like engage with the others, like what's on their list and what it's all about. They just really get me like amped up. And so the prospect of getting to do another top 50, it's like I get to double dip. I get to do two top 50s is really exciting and really fun. I love it. And what's really cool is like, again, sharing these lists with you guys. And because if it's like, oh, if you haven't heard me talk about a game yet, like when I listen to people do their top 100s or top 50s, I'm always like, when are they going to get to the games I like? Oh, here's what I like. And then I'm either excited or I'm like, oh no, they've got it so far down. Like it should be way higher. It should be way better. So for me, that's kind of the fun with some of these lists.
Yeah.
But getting to do them live is even cooler because we get the real time sort of reactions to them with people going like, yay, or like, boo, it stinks, and I just think that that's super fun. I appreciate that too. So very, very cool. Mike, what kind of shenanigans you want to get up to tonight? We got a little bit of time. I'm not going to pour any more than this. This was my second one, but
I said I was going to go light tonight, Tim. Yeah, I only poured one, and I'm still drinking it.
No, you're good. I'm working on a crumble cookie and a little bit of this bourbon, and I'm rocking and rolling.
Well, I could go grab some Outburst cards. We could play some BGA games, although I don't think that's as much fun for the folks at home.
No. Do the Outburst. Grab those Outburst cards off your floor. And let's
Maybe I should get rid of number 91 first, huh?
Yeah, I
Where the heck
guess.
did I put that box? Let me grab it here. 1 second.
You go do that. Paul, what are you talking about? Something fun you guys could do on BGG that I've seen on other channels. Okay. I'm listening. I thought about trying to make up a game where we try to guess where it's ranked on BGG, and you could go prices right, prices right rules where you go like closest without going over, uh, stuff like that. But yeah, I was out at a TJ Maxx looking for like Christmas gifts and stuff, and I almost picked up just kind of like this BS trivia game that I would only just have to do on the live show, because that kind of thing is fun. But yeah, Paul, you're killing me with anticipation. You type it out, brother. Put it. You can't tease me. You gotta tell us what it is. Um, but yeah, I honestly I can't wait to get into the rest of the list and get into the other games that we're going to talk about. It's funny because Trevor started us off right away and was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see Tim's hipster pick." I don't think I had any hipster picks on my list tonight. I think all mine were pretty straightforward. Yeah, now that would be like a running game that we'd have to do where it's like how long a game will stay on the hotness. That would take some time and follow up. Oh, okay. So we use the BGG browse random game function, pull up 6 random games, and have to assign a spot for them before moving on to the next game. So you assign a spot like where you would rank them, like 1 to 6. Like these would be
rank random games. That's interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we could do that sometime. We could do that sometime.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Mike runs the BGG on his laptop while we're doing this. He could bang that out.
Yeah, easily. Obviously you may run into some that we haven't played.
Well,
And
that's
you'll be
fine.
shocked.
Rank them based on
They'll be last.
They might be higher depending on the game, just based on the potential.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, see? Because what are you going to do? You got to rank a game you haven't played over the Oregon Trail.
No.
Exactly.
Tim, did we ever do Clint Eastwood films?
Nope, but let's do it right now. 10 of them?
Yeah. I'm still okay. So we are going to play some Outburst. Okay. Outburst is a very old release from one of those big publishers. We had this in my house when I was a kid, and really this is just Family Feud. It's hey, the top 10 answers are on the board, and you have to guess what they are. So, Tim, the catch about this game that makes it fun is, of course, I try to pick topics that Tim likes, especially film topics, and there's a bunch of them in this box, hundreds of double-sided cards. Is that this game came out? We think we've narrowed it down to it came out in 1990.
It's so early 90s for sure. Yeah.
Only answers that are pre-90 will count. So this is Clint Eastwood films pre-1990.
Yeah, so no In the Line of Fire, no Gran Torino, The $1 Million Baby, none of those. Okay, so I changed it off the chat, so I can't see the chat. I'm just looking at banners that we don't use anymore, like this one, or this one. But anyways, so okay, so you ready?
Or this one, yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to get them all in a minute. I'm gonna try to not take more than a minute. Okay, 2 mules for Sister Sarah. No?
No.
Okay, Pale Rider.
Number 10.
Okay, Fistful of Dollars.
Number 1.
Okay, a few
So it's
dollars
hard to
more.
read this and how dark I have.
Oh yeah. A few dollars more then.
No.
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Sorry, for a few dollars more is number 2. This thing is
Okay.
hard to read. I'm very sorry.
Nope, you're
Yes,
fine.
that's number 3. You got the top 3.
Okay. So then Dirty Harry.
Yeah, number 5.
Magnum Force.
Number 6.
Firefox.
No.
Okay. The Deadpool.
No.
Pink Cadillac.
No.
Paint Your Wagon.
No.
Okay. I already said Pale Rider. Did I say Pale Rider?
Yes.
Unforgiven.
Nope.
Okay. So I was trying to like see how early 90s it went, because if it was 93 or 4, it would add Unforgiven.
Edward, no.
Magnum. Did I say Magnum Force?
Yes, and it was
okay. It was. Any Which Way But Loose.
Yes.
Every Which Way You Can.
Yes.
Yes.
You have 2 left.
2 left. Okay.
I don't know one of these. I definitely know the other.
Okay. Okay. Is the one you know a Western?
No.
Okay. The Rookie.
Nope.
There's another frickin' Army one. It's not Heartbreak Ridge.
Nope.
What? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Gosh. High Plains Drifter.
No.
Did I say Outlaw Josie Wales?
No, but no.
Okay. Golly. Okay. I don't want to drag this out too long. What do we got?
All right. Number 9 is the one I know. It's Sudden Impact.
Oh, that's another Dirty Harry movie. I should have had that one.
And number 4, I don't know. It's Play Misty for Me.
That's legit good. That's a legit good movie. Yeah, he plays a radio DJ, and this lady calls and always requests Play Misty for me, but then she ends up like stalking him, and it turns into like a real Fatal Attraction kind of thing. Genuinely creepy movie. Super, really good. Damn it, I didn't get Play Misty for me. I should have had that one. Damn it.
I think we did that before. So unfortunately I had all these sorted at one point, and then, as some people may famously remember, I went to show everybody how many cards were in the box, and all of the cards went on the floor. So I since then have been too stubborn to resort them. So I am live here, kind of finding ones that are relevant for Tim's trivia knowledge. I got a couple more that will work. We got enough for tonight here, I think, anyway. Okay, so we can go with fictional detectives. We can go with fictional detectives.
Okay, or
or Dicks on TV.
Dicks on TV. So private detectives on TV, or fictional detectives. Aren't they the same thing?
Or privates on TV.
Privates. Gosh, I probably will only have like 3 of each. So let me just let's try I think the fictional detectives I'll know too. It'll be Hercule Poirot from Murder on the Orient Express, and then it'll be Holmes. But if we go TV, I think I can get a couple. So let's try TV.
All right. See you, Barry. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Oh, somebody leaving? Okay.
All right. So you said fictional detectives?
Yep.
Start with that one. Yeah, I need to really just not dim my lights when I decide to use this, because it does the decrypto thing, and this is just, it's so hard to read with how dark I have it. All right, fictional detectives. I mean, like using the screen light to help me.
Okay.
All right, what you got?
Oh, okay, yeah, fictional detectives.
Oh my
So,
God.
but
I
they've
don't
got to be on
know.
TV. So Columbo,
Yes.
is Jessica Fletcher on there?
Yes.
Yes, Murder She Wrote. Oh, what was the Kojak
No.
Monk?
No.
Hammer.
No.
Simon and Simon.
No.
Jake and the Fat Man. I'm trying to think of these shows
Mm-mm.
from the 80s. Fictional
Jake and
detectives.
the Fat Man.
You remember that one? Oh, Magnum PI.
I
Was he a
do. I
detective?
do. That's why I laughed. No.
Yeah, I'll be bad at this one.
It's tough. I don't know most of these.
Yeah, give me
Never
one of
heard of them.
them. Let me get just give me one of them and see.
Ellery Queen.
No, I don't even know who that is.
Jane Marple.
No.
Philip Marlowe.
Philip
Oh,
Marlowe.
that's from um uh what's that show called? From it was old school. Dragnet,
Was
right?
Marlowe on Dragnet? I thought Marlowe was the old Humphrey Bogart character from like Maltese Falcon.
I'm looking it up.
Uh, she was hotter than White Lightning, and
Oh, you're right.
whatever. I knew she was
You're right.
trouble.
I was wrong. I thought that was his character's name. Whoops.
Yeah, I don't remember
uh
the name of the characters from Dragnet, but that would be a really
Sam
good guess.
Spade.
Sam Spade. Holy crap! Yeah, that should have been an easy one.
Charlie Chan.
Charlie Chan. That's an
Barn
old one.
Hercule Poirot.
Yeah, Hercule Poirot. That
Okay,
is
sure.
the Murder on the Orient Express. So let me say Sherlock Holmes.
Saved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I did not. And then last one was Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby. Yeah. Okay. So I've heard of some of these. All right, Mike. I got a trivia question for you
Oh, oh,
because I found a little trivia game I got right here.
oh, oh. Oh, I forgot. I have Wikipedia somewhere. Dang it. I don't know where it is at the moment.
All right, here we go. What is the name of Captain Nemo's submarine?
I have no idea.
Oh, anybody in the chat? Let me throw the chat back on. Let me see. Oh, Cast of Murder by Death. That's funny. Oh, Miss Marple is an Agatha Christie character. Okay, yeah. So I'm seeing some of these. Sam Spade was Humphrey Bogart. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Jim's got it. Ed Lasso's got it. The Nautilus. David Brown had it. Okay, how about this one, Mike? Which pottery form takes its name from the Italian word for baked earth? This is a type of pottery.
Kiln fired?
Nope. You got to go like really break it down with the Latin. So terracotta. Oh, Aaron had it. Aaron had it. Good job. Aaron got it right in there. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I
All
had
right,
no idea where to go with that.
I'll bother you with two more, and then I'll listen to one you got. You ready?
Oh,
What
okay.
English legal document was signed in 1215? You're a
The
smart
Magna
guy.
Carta.
Yes, you got it.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yes, I'm gonna do better with history than I am TV and movies.
Well, speaking of history, what city does SpongeBob SquarePants live in?
Uh,
It's your
uh,
favorite. It's your favorite
oh my
part of a
god.
bathing
Oh
suit.
my god. Oh, I'm having a brain fart. I know it. I know it.
I'll give you a clue. The first word is a two-piece bathing suit, usually worn by females.
Bikini Bottom.
Yes, yes. Good job.
Ah, jeez.
Good job.
Oh.
All right, give me another one. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna try to fish some of these out that you might like.
Do you want famous Disney cartoons full length?
Ooh.
Or Marlon Brando films?
I better go with Disney cartoons for the sake of brevity.
Disney cartoons it is.
All right. You tell me when to start.
I'm ready.
Okay, dokie. Let's go with Cinderella.
3.
Sleeping Beauty.
5.
Snow White.
7.
Dumbo.
No.
What? Fantasia.
I know. 2.
101 Dalmatians.
No.
Lady and the Tramp.
9.
The Rescuers.
No.
Black Cauldron. That won't be on there.
No.
Robin Hood.
No.
That's a shame. That's a good one. Let me see. I said a bunch already. What's another? Oh, that's a short. I think the Three Caballeros or whatever.
All of the remaining ones are, yeah.
Oh wait.
You should be getting these.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think because they just remade a bunch of these, right? So like Lion King's too new. Little Mermaid, was Little Mermaid old enough?
Little Mermaid, number 4.
Ooh, I see. Now that should be a given on like what year this game came out.
All the category is famous Disney cartoons full length.
Full length.
This game came out in like 1990 or 91.
So let's see what was remade live action. Lion King 2 new, Jungle Book.
No.
You kidding me? Did I already say The Rescuers? Did I say The Rescuers Down Under?
No.
Yeah,
because Jungle Book's like a classic now, and it's not even on here.
It is.
There's several classics on here you've missed.
I know. Come on. Is one of them a no? He's not Disney. Oh, Bambi.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, Jesus. Peter Pan.
Number 1.
That's number 1?
Yeah. You have 2 left. Number 6 and number 10.
Number 6 and 10. Read off the ones I had again real quick.
Peter Pan, Fantasia, Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Bambi, Lady and the Tramp.
Did I ask you 101 Dalmatians? Nope. No, it's not on there. Okay.
David, you sure classic short Bambi meets Godzilla is not a celebrity death match?
No, that's a real. I remember seeing that in the movie theater before. I forget what movie it was, but it did run, and it was like literally, it's just wonderful, tranquil scene of Bambi, and then Godzilla's foot just squish. It's hilarious. It's about 20 seconds long. Okay. Does that have to be cartoon? Does it say animated?
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
It does say cartoons. Yes.
Okay. So no Mary Poppins, which is the best one.
Yeah.
All right. What's the 2 I'm missing?
You're going to kill yourself, or at least punch yourself.
Fair.
Pinocchio.
Fucking A.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, that's newer than Little Mermaid. We need to look and see when Beauty and the Beast came out.
Okay. Get me curious as we slowly figure out what edition This was 91.
Oh,
This
look at that.
we think this game came out in 91, 92. We're still not exactly sure.
All right, Mike, my question for you,
Because there's a
apropos
few editions of this. So anyway, yes, go ahead.
apropos of your category, how many fingers does Mickey Mouse have?
Per hand.
Total.
Oh, 6. No, he doesn't have no.
7. Don't pick an odd
No,
number.
he has 8. He has 8.
You are correct. 8, including thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm
like, he doesn't have freaking alien hands.
Good to see you, Jim. Thanks for being here, buddy.
7. Yeah, what was I doing? He's got an extra middle finger on one hand.
Yeah, so. It's on. Okay, this is a
game. You got to pay attention to the Easter eggs just to see it. So
I just want you. I just want you to feel really good about yourself. I want you to answer this before I finish asking you the question. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. If you don't answer before I finish asking the question, it's a loss for you.
Wow. Okay. He's trying to boost my confidence here.
What TV show features characters named Kenny, Cartman?
South Park.
Thank you.
All I had to say was Kenny.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, come on. Man, am I that bad at TV trivia?
No, but I just wanted to make sure you were good. Oh, yeah. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Okay. What is the equation for the Pythagorean theorem? I knew this one.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Look at that. You're a virtual genius. And I'll ask you one more, and then you can do one more with me, and we can call it a night. How about what is the highest hand in poker?
The royal flush.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Jim, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Jim. We gotta get you on again and drink some whiskey. Yeah. What do I have for Tim? I thought about. No, I could save that one for a couple weeks from now. It's songs sung at Christmas time.
Oh God.
We have, and I'd force you to sing them. Marlon Brando films.
Oh yeah, there was still that one. Oh,
classic Star Trek.
Okay. Oh wait, is that just naming old Star Trek episodes?
I think no, it's just random Star Trek references.
Okay, do that one. Do that one. Let's just purge that one. Let's get it.
Did we do that before?
I don't think so.
Or would you prefer one-word movie titles?
Ooh.
That are not people's names.
That are not what? Oh, people's names. Okay.
Uh-huh. How about that?
Man, I want to do that one, but I don't think I should.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in the right headspace. You know what I mean? Like, because I'll be really mad. I'll be really mad if I don't get it.
Or Beatle albums.
I don't know that I could do 10 Beatle albums. I could probably get half of the Beatles albums.
Yeah, I hear you. Great TV game shows.
Well, great is subjective.
Film titles starting with the letter G.
Oh, Lord. No, just give me the Trek one. Give me the Trek one.
Okay. Or, because I just pulled it, movie moguls.
No, I mean, there's a few I could name, but
all right. Classic Trek it is then.
Yeah.
The top 10 answers are on the board.
Let's do it. Thank you, Captain Kirk.
Number 1.
Yeah, let's go. Spock.
2.
Sulu.
6.
Uhura.
3.
Chekhov.
5.
Scotty.
4.
Bones.
10.
Khan.
No.
Tribbles.
Nope.
Vulcans?
Nope.
Pike?
No.
Ooh. Okay. City on the Edge of Tomorrow. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Are the others character names or are they episode names?
You've got a character type. You've
Character.
got a character. A
Okay.
type.
So a red
Like,
shirt or an ensign, captain, science officer. Oh, the
no.
Enterprise.
They're a race. Maybe is what I should say.
Okay. So I said Vulcan,
Uh-huh.
Klingon.
There you go. I didn't hear that one.
Nope, I didn't say it yet, but yeah.
Okay. Yep.
How many am I missing? 2 more. Give me a clue.
One's a character. I'm assuming a woman character.
Nurse Chapel.
Yes. And I'm assuming because this was pre-1991, if it was modern, I would not make that assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one more. It's a big part of the show, especially during the opening credits, the intro.
Where no man has gone before.
I mean, more like something you'd see.
The Enterprise. I said that.
Oh, did you? My bad.
No, it's cool. That is an important part, though.
So there you go.
All right. Yeah, I busted through that pretty quick.
Classic Star Trek knowledge.
Dude, I love Trek, especially old Trek. I've got 2 questions for you.
Ooh.
Do you want the hard one or the easy one first?
Let's start with the hard one so I can go off on a good note.
It may not be that hard, but it's definitely harder than the other one. But I think this will still be kind of up your alley. So I'm not trying to hit you with like rando trivia. You would have no idea, right?
Sure.
Okay. What was the highest selling album in units? So that means the most copies of this album in the 1980s in the United States. What album did they sell the most copies of in the 80s?
Go with your gut. Guess is Michael Jackson Thriller.
That was my guess, and that is the correct answer.
Nice. Yeah.
Nick's got it. Yeah. Yep. David got it. Yep. Thriller. It was Thriller.
Nice.
All right, Mike. Last question of the night. And this is also fitting for the show.
Ooh.
Which U.S. state is named on the label of a Jack Daniels bottle?
That is Tennessee.
It is Tennessee.
Good old Tennessee whiskey.
It is Tennessee whiskey, which is why it ain't bourbon. Yeah, Wayne, you did have the right artist. You were just 1 album off. I believe Bad was 1 album after Thriller. I could be wrong. But this was fun, guys. Awesome. Like, Mike, thanks for doing some trivia, some shenanigans. Awesome list. Cannot wait to on Sunday we're going to get back in and bang out a few more of our top 50 lists so that we can kind of have them coming out. But thank you guys for tuning in, being here and hanging out and doing some of the trivia with us as well. It's genuinely our pleasure to be able to hang out with you and to get to do this. Mike, what else you got, Santa?
Yeah, and again, if you're checking out our channel for the first time and seeing this after our live show, we film these every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Usually we get a lot more off topic and goof around, much like what you saw after our list was over. But we just try to have fun with these. We're trying to stay on to the topic of our actual top 100 games. We're going to probably do this for the next 4 more weeks. There may
Right.
be interruptions. There's going to be some interruptions, probably when we do our holiday games list or something like that. The full background. Let me, without knowing off the top of my head the best way to do it. No, hold on.
You
I
almost
got
had
you.
it.
This
I
is going
saw
to
it
be
for a
weird
minute.
for a second. Ready? It's going to go like this. I have to take that out. Here we go.
That was much better.
And we're back.
And we're back.
So that's what sucked about this background. I decided like 5 till 8. 5 till 8 to find a new background. Yes, Nix, we are.
Yeah, that's our friend Dave. Dave's a great dude. If you guys are into role-playing games, support Dave over at the RPG Rundown. He's
Great
doing
dude.
some good stuff, and he's an amazing dude. Love that guy. Can't wait to get to do some crossover stuff with him, which we're kind of planning on.
His channel's growing fast, man. He's already up to 738 followers.
Yeah, he's kicking ass. Wow. He does a great job. I'm in no way jealous. I'm totally jealous.
There's a link if you want to check out the RPG Rundown. Again, we are all part of, the Game Talk Network. That's the Board Game Rundown, Miniature Rundown, and RPG Rundown. And Donnie, we love you too. So
those are for Donnie.
Your companionship and what you've done for this hobby, man.
Yeah, seriously. We're gonna make Donnie and Evan come on and sing. Remember, because the acapella thing. We'll have them plan a duet. You know, and yeah, maybe they'll come on and like sing The Shallows or something.
Stay tuned, Donnie. You'll probably hear a little bit about your game in one of these lists. So
not on the live stream. You're gonna have to watch the studio one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Wow. Calling this at 10:30?
I know. I mean, I'm gonna go to bed early tonight. My body's gonna thank me tomorrow. It's gonna be weird.
Sometimes it's necessary for us, guys. Trust us. We love to bring you guys content and stay on as long as possible. Mike's first RPG video. Well, there's something like that in the works. And that may be why Mr. Nix asked, because we are working on a D&D one-shot campaign, and much like real life D&D, it's just figuring out the time to get people to agree to do it.
Let me just say, honestly, most of it is my fault because I have a hard time scheduling stuff just because of family obligations and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I say I mean Tim. So
totally fair.
But yeah, we're it's gonna happen, and it's actually gonna be my very first D&D experience. I don't think we're gonna do it live. The goal is we're just going to record it and then release it later, and that way if we have to edit out any slow parts of the game or clarifications we need, we can do that. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we might do a live one with the Parakeet Griffin folks down the road. But right now with Nix, if we make any of it live, we will or not live, but if we make any of it public, we'll probably take out some of the ums and ahs and stuff like that. But without going crazy. Yeah, David, we wouldn't. We're a hack channel at best. We wouldn't overproduce it.
No, and I mean I could send it over to our editor, but it may just be one where like I use what I have on my computer or Dan, so it may not even get a studio edit because he's way better at that than we are.
Yeah, for sure.
Me would just be chopping out the slow parts and then giving you basically raw footage. So
chopping broccoli.
Yeah, chopping broccoli.
That's all it would be.
And I want to do these because I want to do silly voices while doing them. So
I love it. I could watch. You know, it's funny, David, is I listen to podcasts like a lot of times at work and stuff, and I always listen at like 1.5 speed. And sometimes when I watch YouTube stuff, I will watch at like a higher speed as well, just to like, you know, get the content cranked
I think
out.
we're just kind of we'll figure it out. I think the very first one we're just going to record it, see how it goes, and then kind of figure out how to evolve from there. So
yeah,
but it's going to happen. It'll be fun. Gonna goof around.
Yep. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. David said, make your dwarf voice understandable.
The name is Vigorous Cerebellum Splitter. He split more cerebellums than Tim's ever dreamed about.
It's
so, yes,
facts.
It is
Hashtag facts.
understandable. And he also has the terribleness.
I really was tempted to like go like the complete other way and just like have a character voice that's just like, oh heavens, and just do this the whole time. Just to like be this weird balance to what
Destroyed.
Yes. Exit stage left, right even. Yeah, you know, just goof around with that kind of thing. Or just
oh my gosh. I have so many voices in the tank I could use for this. So I'm like trying to just make up new ones. So.
I could just do the hey, it's a mobster fighting.
Hey.
Just you know, here to raid and pillage a little and get a little pizza. Oh, you know. But anyways. Like we said, we're saving the silliness for later. Zoinks. But yeah, it's kind of funny because I use like with my kids, I bust into like all kinds of crazy characters all the time. Usually, like if they're upset about something, I just go into like a crazy voice and like change the way I walk and like, you know, run over to them in a weird way. And it usually is so distracting that then, you know, they forget why they're mad. And then it gets bad then because it becomes like my children then want these characters to come out, you know, like, oh, let me see. And then it's like, and then I won't do it if they ask. But then my daughter now, she's old enough, she's 12 now, so she's like trying to be like, oh, it'd be real shame if blah 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 showed up. And it's like, quit trying to just like hint to me that you want me to do these characters.
Oh, these gotta become RPG characters.
Oh, they will. I've been trying to figure out a way to integrate them into like when we do Fairy Tale, but I also think that they will become the RPG characters as well. So, and yeah, they
Dad,
might.
Will you please do that walk that you did that time I dropped a can of peas at the grocery store?
Well, I'll give you one of them real quick, and then we're gonna be done. So my children, they're gonna scar their own kids because it's a thing that I totally made up. Is I was trying to get my daughter, she lost a tooth. I was trying to find a way to get like the tooth fairy to like, you know, leave the tooth in like an accessible spot. And so to do that, I convinced her that there was this guy named Reggie the tooth miner that will come and get the tooth if she doesn't put it in the right spot for the tooth fairy, because I need to be able to do the thing. So Reggie, the tooth miner, and he only wants the rotten, terrible teeth. And he's always like, hey there, little girl, let me get them teeth. Let me get in there. Let me see what you got in there. You got any stinky little teeth in there for me? So I get in there and I just, you know, I start chasing her around the house, and they all freak out. And like, so that's like one of the ones where my daughter will be like, oh man, I hope Reggie doesn't show up. And I'm like, he's not going to show up. And then I'll like walk out of the room, and then I'll come back in the room, just like running, kind of doing like a Chris Farley, you know, kind of run. I'm like, oh, what you got in there? It's really hard to do the voice without yelling like too loud. Because it's a very loud character.
Your kids are going to come down and they're going to be asking about Reggie. Is what's going to happen.
Yeah, they are. It's going to be like what's funny is that if I start chasing around my daughter doing that, my son will like run and jump on my back and like try to because he wants to protect her. And then I'll grab him and start dragging him around, you know, and it turns into like a whole thing. But yeah, listen, what's the point of being a parent if you can't have fun with it, right?
That's right. That's right.
And yeah, usually I try to spring it on him because he's so loud and it's like really sudden. Like, or I'll just wait and like sneak up behind one of them and be like, hey, little kid, what are you doing out there? You got a little tooth for me? Got something in your pocket? Can I have it? Let me see it. And yeah, it freaks them out. And then it turns into shenanigans.
Nice.
But anyways, there you go. There's our parting tidbit. You get a little bit of insight into what it's like in the Aberly household every once in a while.
I want to lose a tooth in that house.
Dude, I'll chase you around and yell at you. especially after a couple of these. Mike, fantastic show. Thanks for muscling through. I know you didn't get a lot of sleep, but it was and I did even give you an out. I did offer to give you the night off if you needed it. And
we're not taking nights off.
I'm glad you didn't though, because I had a freaking blast. So thanks for being here, man.
For sure, man. It was awesome. You know, I'll always come.
And thanks to everybody that was watching. We had a ton of viewers tonight. We think we had like at least up to 26 at one point in time. That's always exciting for us. And you know, we really do appreciate that. It's exciting for us. So guys, we will see you next week. Please watch pretty soon. Our studio top 50 is going to start dropping. I'm really proud of the production value that's going into this. I really think you guys are going to like it, but please hop on there, give us your honest feedback, because we need to know so we can kind of, you know, tweak things. We want to really just put out the best stuff that we can. Aaron, great to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful night. And I can't wait to hear about Aaron and the baguettes.
The
baguettes. But all right, guys, peace out. A little bit of love for you. Like, I use my superpowers one last time for good. There we go.
And that also means that next week we're going to be doing 90 through 81. So what I love about these is that the games only get better as we go.
They only get better.
Yeah, so fun. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Join us next week for 80 through, gosh dang it, 90 through 81.
90 through 81. So for the board game rundown, I've been Tim.
I was Mike.
Woo! We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys.
Good job, Stonemeyer. A 7.33333 repeating. 3, 3, 3. Heating. 3, 3, 3. Heating. 3, 3, 3.